Trade Center in Chicago, AEW presents All Out.
It's Sunday! You know what that means! Welcome to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois for All Out! I'm Excalibur, joined by Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, and we have a tremendous night of action in store for you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Introducing the challengers from Long Island, New York, at a combined weight of 402 pounds, Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Excalibur, you know better than anybody the history of AEW and, of course, the history of the Dark Order in AEW and how important this is here tonight. Dark Order, an organization that's been with AEW since the outset, but really came to fruition when it was revealed that the Exalted One, the late Mr. Brody Lee, was the man behind the organization, the man that really gave them their bloodthirsty edge and really, instilled a sense of viciousness. And over time, Dark Order, they feel like they've softened, but now they've regained their focus, they've regained that sense of purpose, and here tonight...
The opportunity to do, as they say, end the farce of a friendship to an MJF and Adam Cole.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 428 pounds, they are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Adam Cole, and the AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Kevin Kelly, 1 week ago, MJF and Adam Cole became Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. They also found themselves across the ring from one another. The main event, all in London at Wembley Stadium. Truly was one of the most incredible stories of drama, intensity, overcoming adversity. For everybody that says they're going to fall apart, boy, it sure seems as if MJF and Adam Cole are stronger than ever. And even Roderick Strong and Mike Bennett, Matt David continuing to point the fingers. The jilted former friends of Adam Cole. Celebrating early. It is Labor Day weekend. So Nigel, when you look at what Adam Cole and MJF were able to do, putting together a game plan to get a win over an established championship team of Aussie Open, then going out and competing.
Needs to remember that.
Well, coming up next, but not wanting to waste any time, it's Samoa Joe and Shane Taylor. And it's the champion's prerogative where he sits in the entrance order.
Look at that. The way.
Don't even think about it, Max. Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
He'll ever get.
Take us away, Bob. Oh, Bobby YPK. MJF.
What are you doing? Back to our scheduled programming.
This match is set for one fall, a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Introducing the challenger, wrestling out of Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 336 pounds, Shane Taylor.
Shane Taylor winning the Ring of Honor World Television Championship Tournament, defeating Gravity in the finals to earn this spot to make his AEW pay-per-view debut. But he is no stranger to the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. According to our colleague Ian Riccaboni, Shane Taylor was the man that put the world in that title, defending it in Canada, England, Wales, facing challengers from 5 different countries while he was champion. But Nigel, you and I both know that one of the pillars of Ring of Honor has been and will be Samoa Joe until somebody knocks him off that perch.
Samoa Joe is synonymous with the 3 letters ROH. arguably the greatest Ring of Honor champion of all time. The man that took a promotion and made it an international phenomenon.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, is for the TNT Championship. Introducing the challenger, accompanied by Nick Wayne from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 175 pounds, Darby Allin.
Kevin Kelly has tagged out, Jim Ross has tagged in, and JR, I have to ask you, Darby Allin said as he is in the most consistent pain he's ever experienced in his entire life. That is saying something about Darby Allin.
Yeah, that's concerning as well. Excalibur without question, because he could bet he's going to be hitting some heavy stuff. There's a huge weight disadvantage, a huge strength disadvantage, so Darby's got to be quick and resourceful.
Nigel, we witnessed that coffin match 7 days ago, the source of Darby Allin's lower back pain.
Exactly what I was going to say. The coffin drop from the top rope down into the coffin. Very little give. Jim, is there a time where somebody's...
Oh, absolutely, Nigel. Absolutely.
Is that the time now for Darby Allin?
This might be one of those occasions. We'll soon know. We'll soon know.
Physically holding the TNT Championship, Christian Cage, but of course he is not actually the TNT Champion, no matter what you say, Nigel.
And his opponent, accompanied by Christian Cage from the Tar Pits, weighing in at 285 pounds, he's the TNT Champion, Luchasaurus.
Christian Cage may not be the actual TNT champion, but together they are the TNT champion. Because without Christian Cage, Luchasaurus would not be anywhere near that prestigious title.
Christian Cage refers to Luchasaurus as his right hand of destruction, JR. Tonight, that destruction will be all aimed at Darby Allin.
Yeah, tough job for the referee here, because he's got to keep his eye on Christian, no doubt about that. And certainly, Luchasaurus is a load. Impressive, big athlete. Big athletes like that don't grow on trees, fellas. 6'6".
They break down trees.
Yeah, that's right. He's just a big old monster.
Terrifying.
So Darby's got to wrestle.
Is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from East Palo Alto, California, weighing in at 270 pounds, Powerhouse Hobbs.
The king of the Bay Area has got the biggest match of his career, in my opinion, at least to date, against a world-class singular strongman with Miro. But neither have, I don't think, a big advantage in strength. It's going to be who can out-strategize the other. And these are two of the young building blocks that Tony Khan is building AEW on. And I'm all for it.
The words of the late, great Gorilla Monsoon. This one, a pick'em. To your point, Jim, both evenly matched physically, and strategy.
And I'm sorry, Nigel, but they both need a victory. They both want a victory. More than just the normal course of business. Both think they've been underutilized. Well, do something about it.
And his opponent from Bulgaria, weighing at 280 pounds, the Redeemer, Miro.
You gotta love this guy's game.
Absolutely fearsome. Neither man has any fear for each other.
They have respect, I would assume. Fear, no. To the great young stars, powerhouses. You can look at any place you want to look at pro wrestling. You're not going to find too many guys that match up physically like Miro and Powerhouse.
JR, the entrance for both men, Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs, really, I mean, it's the first salvo in the battle. It's the intimidation game, but neither Hobbs or Miro seem intimidated. Miro's throat.
What?
It's the missus of the meat.
It's Miro's wife with the chair. And
his hot flex.
The following contest scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit is for the TBS Championship. Introducing the challenger, accompanied by the AEW Women's World Champion Saraya from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Soho.
Ruby's in her neck of the woods, gentlemen.
she certainly is, but Ruby Soho is within striking distance of being crowned TBS champion. She's been close before. Ruby Soho, a finalist in the tournament to determine the inaugural TBS champ that came away with the title that night.
And her opponent from Long Island, New York, she is the TBS champion, Kris Statlander.
Statlander is strong, strong, strong. And that's been the difference in many of her matches, her strength advantage.
A little blue steel there from Kris Statlander, the TBS champion.
Explain what that means to people who don't know.
It's a reference to Zoolander, the Ben Stiller film.
There you go. But another hot Ben Stiller film in there. Saraya still celebrating from her amazing victory at Wembley Stadium. A victory we can all share in. All 81,000 change of us.
Nigel, this is the third one-on-one meeting between Kris Statlander and Ruby Soho. Statlander has not been able to defeat Ruby anytime in her career.
And that makes the TBS champion a very motivated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
One of the true legends of our sport, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We will have the honor of him joining us at the commentary desk, Nigel.
An ambassador for pro wrestling, without a doubt, universally respected, and one of the few superstars who never took a shortcut in their career. But what has he done in tricking Ricky Starks into this strap match? What is Ricky Starks capable of? We may find out.
Ricky Starks, he was the man that was, pardon me, my left. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he was a special enforcer for a match that absolute Ricky Starks said that Steamboat decided on his own. And let's go to Dasha.
The following contest is a no disqualification strap match. Introducing first from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Ricky, thank you for joining us here at the desk. I see you, your eyes are just glued to Absolute Ricky Starks.
You know, the kid's got a lot of charisma, right? He's great on the mic. He can really talk it up.
Let me ask you this, Ricky.
Yeah.
Are you concerned being so close to Ricky Starks after what last happened when you were in the ring with him?
I am.
I would be too. I'll be perfectly honest with you. You're going to have to hope that Bryan Danielson comes to your aid.
You know, but the other side of me that I've got to know over the last few years, be smart about it, Ricky. So I do have some concern. I sure do. I'm looking at a young guy that is trying to make a name for himself, right? Now, Bryan Danielson and I, we go way back.
Washington, weighing in at 197 pounds, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Appreciate you guys, love it.
It is strange to my ears to hear a United Center cheer for this song, the anthem of a man that is known as one of the finest pro wrestlers of his generation, a man that is in contention to be known as one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time. This man with a smile on his face. I am talking about the inimitable, the one, the only, the American Dragon.
You know, there's always room for another dragon, right?
Bryan Danielson.
Well,
Ricky, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You made the Dragon moniker famous. How did you feel when Bryan Danielson desperately tried to cash in on your fame? And did you feel offended when he tried to imply that you were American?
This tag team match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Team number one, first, wrestling out of Tokyo, Japan, weighing 209 pounds. He is the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion, Katsuyori Shibata.
And we are joined at the desk by the human suplex machine, Taz. This man, an incredible story and an incredible partnership, an incredible friendship with Eddie Kingston.
His partner, wrestling out of Yonkers, New York, weighing 242 pounds. He's the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, Eddie Kingston.
Two great champions, Taz, united tonight.
Absolutely, I like this team. I really do. I think it's going to gel well. I think it'll fit well. Well documented. I think Kingston incorporates that Japanese strong style of Shibata. He is that.
The shirt reminiscent of the classic Dusty Sucks Egg shirt.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 431 pounds. The team of the Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta.
Nigel, Eddie Kingston's love and admiration for Terry Funk, the late great Terry Funk, may be only eclipsed by his hatred for Claudio Castagnoli.
He certainly hates Castagnoli with a passion. A long story between these two. They broke in a similar time. They traveled the independents up and down the roads. And they had a very different, contrasting personality. For Claudio Castagnoli, he was in the gym every day. He watched what he ate. He trained better than anybody else. He feels Eddie Kingston was lazy.
But likewise, Eddie Kingston feels like Claudio Castagnoli.
next bout is set for one fall. Being accompanied by Don Callis from Osaka, Japan, weighing 232 pounds, Konosuke Takeshita.
Is this the night that Konosuke Takeshita finishes the task that Don Callis has set out for him? Is this the night that Takeshita ends Kenny Omega? Not just score the victory. Is this the night that Konosuke Takeshita ends the career of one of the best professional wrestlers?
And now, he has a 2-0 career singles record against Konosuke Takeshita. He is the longest reigning world champion in AEW history. He is AEW's only Triple Crown winner. He is known as the best bout machine for a reason. Tonight, he heads to the ring in the same building that hosted the greatest of all time from North Carolina, weighing 224 pounds. He is Kenny
Omega, harkening back to his days in DDT Pro Wrestling with that attire. The green, yellow, and orange, the colors that he wore when he first burst on the scene in Japan. Now tonight, in a battle, in a war, with a man that has never defeated Omega in Konosuke Takeshita. In one-on-one competition, Nigel. That was not the case last week at All in London.
Well, exactly. Just 7 days ago, Don Callis' scalpel came close to cutting out the cancer, as he has called Kenny Omega of professional wrestling. Can he complete the...
This is an 8-man tag team match set for a one fall. Approaching the ring first, Austin and Colton Gunn, Switchblade, Jay White, Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, Bullet Club Gold.
Bullet Club Gold, in their short history in AEW, Nigel, has run afoul of so many individuals. They seem to relish in the fact that they're disruptors, interrupters.
They're charismatic young gentlemen, Excalibur, so you can understand why they might irritate certain individuals, but the bottom line is they can back it up once the bell rings. Who can forget that instant classic, that match of the year contender that they had with FTR? Tonight, strap in, because we might be having another hour-long classic.
Their opponent first, from Rancho Cucamonga, California, at a combined weight of 417 pounds, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Well, Nigel, you mentioned the word classic. We are just 7 days removed from the third match in the trilogy between the Young Bucks and their tag team partners here tonight.
Thanks for a very interesting night ahead for both FTR and the Young Bucks. After that match, which FTR won, the Young Bucks refused to shake the hands of the victors. And then it was just this past week, the shoe was on the other foot. FTR refusing to shake the hands of the Bucks. They don't need to shake hands, they just need to get along.
And from Asheville, North Carolina, at a combined weight of 443 pounds, they are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, FTR.
Taz, when FTR defended the AEW World Tag Team Championship 7 days ago. Not only did they retain the titles, but they cemented their position as the best tag team in professional wrestling today, if not the best tag team of all time.
I mean, that'd be very difficult to argue that to the point you're making. FTR is as advertised. They are an amazing, absolutely amazing team. And their partners in this thing, the Young Bucks, are just as amazing. Which makes this 8-man amazing. I said amazing many times. It's amazing.
Let's forget about amazing. Let's talk about the conflict that exists between these two teams, Kaz. And the bottom line is, they don't like each other. The Young Bucks wanted to prove they were the best tag team in the world, and instead, FTR got the job done. Can they coalesce?
Your all-out main event set for one fall is for the AEW International Championship.
In that package we just watched, I want to draw everyone's attention to something Jon Moxley said. He said, "Everyone believes in you, Orange Cassidy. Don't let us down." Jon Moxley believes in Orange Cassidy. You don't have a record-setting run as AEW International Champion by accident. Jon Moxley wants to face the best Orange Cassidy tonight. Moxley will not be satisfied with anything less than that, Nigel.
No doubt about it, and it does speak volumes about how Orange Cassidy has raised the prestige of the international title, such that a credentialed former three-time world champion in Jon Moxley is now gunning for his international title.
Jon Moxley just 7 days removed from that Stadium Stampede match, Kaz. You know he's banged up. Orange Cassidy likewise banged up, maybe even more so. But when that bell rings, they have to set that all aside. They have to let adrenaline take over.
And I think both of these athletes understand that. They both will do that, in my opinion. Definitely see that at a Mox, and Orange Cassidy has shown how tough his body is and how much he can truly. That's a fact as he comes out here. Kind of Mox style, looks a little bit like that, right?
Best friends, Kris Statlander making the walk. As Orange Cassidy approaches the ring for his first ever AEW pay-per-view main event. In the same city where fans learned that Orange Cassidy was no joke. In the same city where Orange Cassidy faced the Bastard Pac, the man he would later defeat in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to become AEW International Champion to kick off this historic run.
That original match, to your point, has been watched by over 40 million fans, more than any other match in AEW history. This man is a superstar.
And Mox realizes that he'll never lead into it. But Orange Cassidy, he's a different type of cat for sure. He's really taken that international championship and put it at a whole nother level. Orange Cassidy's a cornerstone here in AEW, in my professional opinion. He really is, as is Mox.
Our main event just moments away. Orange Cassidy does not have a catchphrase, but he does have the AEW International Championship. But for how long? And to get